Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions, and what an incredible day. Tesla closed nearly at 4% on the day, and all I have to kind of like follow up with this. First, I want to show you guys the overall day. I closed and sold the majority of my position. I only have, and by only I mean in comparison to what I had yesterday, I had 2,700 shares yesterday of Tesla, and today I sold a majority of them, leaving me with 1,600 shares. Again, still a great deal amount of money. And one of the things that I want to talk about is my average purchase price. I'm up $41,000 on the day, up a little bit over $49,000 on the open. And I attribute a majority of my success today based off of yesterday's performance. And you guys might be like, well, Ricky, yesterday was not a green day. It was not a successful day. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I updated you guys on my overall position. And even when Tesla was red, I was green. And how did I do that? So I can't stress this enough. We literally talk about it every single time. I sound like a broken record. I get it. Tesla is getting more rejected than it is pushing up. So to be hopeful and hope that you're going to take a position and not lock in profits because you think it's going to all of a sudden begin to indicate signs of an uptrend, I think is very naive when Tesla has been making lower lows and lower highs. It's not to say that Tesla won't recover. Of course, I wouldn't have such a large position if I didn't anticipate that. But I attribute a lot of my success today based off of my position size because of how I was able to buy aggressively at the lows yesterday and sell the highs very, very aggressively. I was buying and selling, so pretty much day trading Tesla with about 1,000 to 1,200 shares at a time. This really allowed me to make a difference that even when, again, if you guys look at the dollar amount that I have invested in Tesla, for every 1% that Tesla is either up or down, and this is only with 1,600 shares. Just imagine it with 2,700 shares. But for every 1% Tesla's down, I think Tesla closed yesterday at 1.5% in the red, yet I still closed the day in the green. Now, how is that possible? Being able to excessively and aggressively take advantage of the lower price points, sell them at the higher levels, and then do the same thing when it pulls right on back, right? Staying well balanced so you have enough buying power so when it does dip, you can take advantage of that opportunity and be able to sell the highs. Same thing happening today. Now the overall direction is actually in our favor. If you guys look at that 180-day, 4-hour time frame, it looks like we're now actually breaking above the EMA line. So now it would actually make sense that, if I wanted to add a little bit more to my Tesla position, at least the direction is in my favor. The thing that I'm trying to avoid is when Tesla is selling off, and people don't lock in profits, right, when it's pushing up on the day. And yesterday is a perfect example of that, although I did a great job buying the dip at $600, right? If you're part of the Learn Plan Profit group, I bought a couple shares during the live trading session, and I bought a couple more after the live trading session. And then once it began to indicate signs of an uptrend, I locked in my profits, and it was not perfect. It was not at 616 where I sold. I sold at 610. I sold at 612. My biggest focus was buying the lows and loading off at the highs as something is getting rejected. I saw that Tesla was continuously getting rejected off this SMA line, so I'm not going to overcomplicate it. I know that Tesla has been more bearish than it has been bullish, so why would I sell myself on the idea that Tesla's all of a sudden going to begin to indicate signs of an uptrend when it's been so consistently bearish, meaning that it's been making lower lows and lower highs. And I think that's the biggest disconnect from a lot of people that are just getting started. They're very hopeful, yet their actions don't really speak much for obviously putting them in a position to succeed. And I think because I did such a good job yesterday, staying well balanced with my position, I was able to open up, right? Although I did still hold over 1,000 shares overnight, Tesla originally began to sell off. If you're part of the Learn Plan Profit live trading session, you would have seen that at one point today, I was down, $25,000 in the red. But guess what? Once it began to indicate signs of an uptrend, I loaded up more on my position as it became a little bit more overbought, began to sell off more, and it pulled on back, bought a little bit more, pushed up. Now it's looking a little bit more on the overbought side, but now we actually have confirmation. So I'm probably, now we're at extended hours, right? But I'm probably going to leave at least either 1,500 shares or 1,600 shares. And although I do agree with you, that is a lot of money invested in Tesla, even if Tesla does pull back, that still gives me an additional 1,000 shares that I can buy after having 1,600. Because again, altogether, I think I'm capped out at about 27 to 2,800 shares when it comes down to my trading account. So that's definitely something to take into consideration. This is something that you should know. How much money do you have available to trade with or to invest with? How much are you currently invested in? And just making sure that you set your future self up for success by having enough buying power left over that in case, worst case scenario, right, it pulls on back, you're able to take advantage of those good deals. So very happy with today's performance. The overall NASDAQ market did, somewhat well today, but if you guys look at the 180-day chart, again, we're still trading below the SMA line. This is for the overall tech market. We're still getting rejected. We're still, although we're beginning to indicate signs of an uptrend on Tesla, don't be sold on the idea that, okay, this is it, right? This is where it's going to begin to push up. I would rather be prepared than to be hopeful, right? And to be surprised. So as of right now, market's still bearish, and until proven otherwise, I'm going to do my part in locking in profits and staying well balanced. And you guys can let me know in the comment section what you guys think. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. Don't forget to stay connected. You guys can join our absolute free Facebook group. It's the first link in the description, and you can join over 310,000 members down below. If you guys want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, click the second link in the description, and we'll see you tomorrow at Market Open. Until then, we'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy, team.